My grand reveal. A Flappy Bird remake. Hello, hello. I've got another project up now on my website, frankiefrankie.xyz. This is Stupid Duck. And it's just a Flappy Bird remake, guys. That's all it is. But there's more under the hood than just being a Flappy Bird remake. The entire point of this project and game was to create a game engine from scratch, specifically a web game engine, so I can put it on my website like it is right now. And that was a lot of work. Now, I was following a tutorial series by Travis Vroman or Vronman, insanely insightful, 27-part series. It was amazing. And maybe the last third of the series is developing a demo game to show you how to actually use the engine you spent building for the first 2/3 of the series. And he did Stupid Duck. This is what we made following his series. And yeah, so you definitely check it out if you're interested in the nitty-gritty side of coding a game engine from the ground up. But to kind of talk about this game for a little bit, there is a lot going on, even though it is just a simple Flappy Bird remake. The counter, that's a font. We have a font manager. We're using font files and pulling the text and image, and we have to crop all of that into images. We've got a score counter, a high score counter. We've got textures. We're loading in textures, sprites, collisions, animations, scrolling behaviors. Everything's scrolling to the left to make it look like we're flying through the world. That's about all I can remember initially. Now, this project took kind of a long time. There were a lot of breaks during the project. Maybe over a 4-month period. I finally finished it. There were a lot of breaks, sometimes up to maybe 2 weeks of not even looking at this series. But also there were also a lot of glitches and problems to fix, and it's a lot harder to fix stuff whenever the entire engine was made by you. And it sounds like it should be easier, oh, you understand everything under the hood, you should have no problem fixing it. But I found that in most cases it was just really difficult to pinpoint why something wasn't working the way it should be. And even still, this isn't perfect. There's some glitches, like the refreshing. If I refresh fast enough, graphical glitch. There's a little, I don't even know if you can see it. The white lines above the duck aren't supposed to be there. And that kind of artifact happens in other stuff, sometimes in the font it'll pop up. I don't know why. It could be something with the cropping the texture. I don't really know why it's doing that. Scrolling behavior actually needs to be fixed, if I ever get around to fixing it. It's not calculating the speed based on in-game timer. It's just incrementing by pixel, and I was doing that to avoid a glitch that was happening with using the in-game timer. Because it's just incrementing by pixels and not using an in-game timer, the speed of this game will vary depending on how fast your device is. So if you have a supercomputer and you play this game on it, it'll be pretty faster than what I have right now. And that is about it. And there's not too much to show off. Everything else is in the code. I have the project here. I'm not going to go into it. Ignore the left side. Just look at the directory on the right side with all the folders, assets, audio, collision components, animation components. We have a message bus, so we can send messages to everything, and that's how the game kind of interacts with everything else inside the game. We have zones, JSON file. I mean, he really covered everything in this series, or as much as was necessary to get a basic engine working. great project. Really happy it's finished, and I definitely plan to make a couple more games using this engine. But that is all I have for now. Thank you for watching.